Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's me. Just got home from work a little bit ago. I've been being productive. Uh, yeah, that's hard to imagine, I know. I made it through last week. I'm waiting on one exam score, which it will be a miracle if I pass that test with a C. But surprisingly enough, I thought that about my taxation class, and I passed it with a B. And the other one, I got a decent score on too. So far, my projects are coming back with good grades on them, which sometimes it really surprises me with the amount of effort I put into it. If your heart's not in something, you're not going to put the effort into it that you're going to put into something that your heart's into. Or at least that's how things work for me. The things I care about most, I definitely try the hardest. Such as friendships and relationships. Although technically I've never had a relationship. But who is really to say what is and what isn't a relationship? So, that's something to think on. So really, I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What do I want to do? What do I want not to do? And some of those things are, like, I don't want to rely on people so much emotionally, but at the same time, I don't want to not rely on people at all. So maybe rely isn't a great word, but it's just it's hard. It's one of those things where you have to, I think it's important that you reach out and share certain things with people who want to hear it, but I also think there's a limitation on it. And I know that that's something that I have struggled with in the past, because it's rare and it's odd that I feel comfortable with somebody enough to share those things. And then sometimes you get too comfortable and you share too often, I think. Perhaps. I don't know. Just me. Life has so much to offer, and sometimes I think it has too much to offer, and I wish that I was so much more driven than than I am. But there are a few things I want to do. I'm going to dig out my old stories that I've started, and maybe go back and start reworking those, or start something new. No expectations on it, but Twilight, I have 30 more pages to go on that. It's not a great book, but it's not a bad book. I love the banter that goes back between Bella and Edward, which are the main characters. What Should I Do With My Life by Poe Bronson. Excellent book if you're struggling about passions and what to do with your life, and just fears and making the right decisions. It's very down to earth because, well, they're all stories about real people. Trials and errors, and some people succeed and some people have failed, and it doesn't leave out those gory details. So I really like it. The weather was beautiful today. I mean, it was cold this morning, but oh man, it felt so good outside. I'm ready for spring. I am ready for spring. I want to get back out to the bike trail and enjoy the sun. Read by the river that, I did last summer. So that's on my agenda. I recommend getting outside though, as much as possible. Sunshine is just good for you. Uh, you know. So, don't use people as a crutch. Be open. Here's one of those things. I am not surrounded by enough people in my life who will give me that honest truth, who will stand up to me and say, hey Amber, you're being a jackass. You might want to think about that, what you're doing. Or just, hey Amber, I don't think you're making the right decision. Or, Amber, I think you are making the right decision. I think it's very important to have those people in your life that will be honest to you, with you, and then who don't just kiss your ass and worship the ground you walk on. Realistically, good friends are going to argue, lovers are going to argue, but it's those people who don't just stand by and take shit that really care. Like, I mean, there's a good way and a bad way to go about these things. Of course, if they're jerks about it, probably not a great friend. But good friends will say, hey, look, this is what I see. I love you, but maybe you should look into this a little bit more. And I really enjoy those friends. I really do. 'Cause I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. And if there's something I'm doing wrong, I want to know it. Like, because you don't always know you're doing it. So, I think it's important to share that with ones you care about. I've been doing 15 minutes of overtime today, yesterday. I was planning on doing an hour a day, but I've got crappy projects going on right now, so 15 minutes is all I can muster. But I'm thankful that I have a job, and then I'll continue to have a job, and if I want them to pay for school, they will pay for school. I don't want to be locked down, so far I'm electing to pay for it myself. Only time will tell about that decision. I really love this hat. My hair is getting really long. I think I'm gonna donate it again. Possibly. Maybe about July, June, July. Cut it all off. Donate it. Yeah. So that's life. I made it through last week, and so it's a big weight off my shoulders. Cutting down my school schedule to 2 classes per quarter because I'm going crazy with 3. I'm a 23-year-old who needs to focus on more than just schoolwork. So, especially since I'm not passionate about accounting. I want to find what makes me happy. Maybe that's too much to ask for. Maybe not. But yeah, that's it, I guess. Just another ranting session. Think about the future. And are you going to make it a better place? Or are you going to make it a worse place? I don't know. But the good thing is, you have a choice. So make the choice and be happy with it. Alright, later YouTube.